Howdy, folks. How is everybody doing today? Well, okay, now it says I'm live. I'm still getting used to this. I am so not used to all this. Well, how you doing, folks? I just wanted to jump on here for a little bit because I just got off the my VA Connect Telemed appointment, 6 months checkup with my primary care provider with the VA, and reviewing labs and that kind of thing. Things are looking good overall. There was a couple of things that she wanted to bring to my attention. My triglycerides were a little high. She recommended adding fish oil. I'm like, I can add some more fish oil in there. She goes, well, you got to make sure that it's good and pure stuff. We don't, there's a lot of times some fish oil supplements aren't necessarily a lot of fish oil. It's a lot of other things. So I got this covered. Cold water omega-3s coming my way. So I've already been taking some of that, but judging from talk with her, I'm gonna up that a little bit, and hopefully that'll help bring the triglycerides down a little bit. My cholesterol was doing well, was not in any concern there. My A1C is still over 7, but it's a 7.2. Now, mind you, this time last year, my A1C was pushing 15. Okay? Yeah, I was running myself right into diabetic death with an A1C of 15. It was not a good thing. But with some medication, some changes in diet and stuff, working on things, managed to get it down to just under 8 6 months ago, and now we're down to a 7.2. Still not where we need to be, but we're honestly at the point right now where the biggest thing I need to work on is dropping some weight. My weight this morning was 315. Yikes. So, my target goal this time next year is to be between 220 and 250 pounds. So, that means I have about 60 or 70 pounds or so that I want to get off. How am I going to be doing this? Well, we're going to double down on the nutrition, because let's face it, your nutrition is where your weight management starts in the kitchen. You can be doing all the right things, but if you ain't doing the right things in the kitchen, then the rest of it isn't really going to help. And conversely, you can be doing all the right things in the kitchen, but if you're not doing the physical activity that you need to be doing, and you're not doing the other things that you need to be doing, then again, they've got to work hand in hand, and I've got to really double down and get myself more disciplined on this. Because I'm going to be 50 this next year. Yikes! I don't know where the hell the time went, because I swear to God, it seems like it was just yesterday. I was in my 20s, and I was a PFC in the Texas Army National Guard. and yeah, wow, the years have gone by. But the doctor was talking to me, and she was like, well, this is still pretty good for someone young like you. And I'm like, wait a minute, young? I'm going to be 50. She says, well, yeah, that's young. I'm like, okay. We've redefined young a little bit here. Not so sure about that, but you know what? I liked the sound of that. How many of y'all would love to hear that the age you're at now is referred to by your physician as young, when you really don't feel that way sometimes? So that was actually a kind of a refreshing thing. But anyway, so we're going to be adding some additional cold water omega-3s in, and really, I think that should really, really make a difference in the triglycerides. It's also going to make a difference in, hopefully, it also supports eye health, it supports brain health, it supports cardiovascular health in general. So yeah, I'm hoping this is going to help make a difference. My blood pressure was okay. A little high this morning, but I'm running a little higher than normal today. I'm not sure why that is. Other than I'm just like, because holidays and everything going on. But, so, things are going pretty good. Now, if any of y'all have suggestions on, diabetic friendly recipes to try and that kind of stuff, love to hear it. She did specifically say not to try to do anything keto too hardcore or anything like that because of some of the numbers from my liver tests. I'd have to bounce this off my wife because you know what? I can look at all these numbers and I'm like, okay. And that means, I don't know what the normal range is on some of this stuff. Or, hey, that's really good. Or, ooh, yeesh. I don't know where the ranges are on this. Somewhere down here, it's like, wow, that's really great. And on the other side is, oh, dude. So, I don't know where they go in there. So, but, that's one of the benefits of having a wife who has a BSN, because she can look at some of this stuff and help me figure it out. But in general, the labs were pretty good. So, that's always a great thing to hear. Now, if you'd like to hear more about some of the kind of healthy stuff that I've been doing, and you think that should be something that I include on the Wellness Wednesdays, hey, drop a comment. Let me know what kind of things that you'd like to hear on the Wellness Wednesdays. Now, today is Friday. Normally, we're doing a Foodie Friday. However, my wife is at work. I have the girls to myself this evening, and I have no idea yet what we're doing. I thought about making Scotch eggs, but then my wife pointed out that I'd be the only one eating them, and I'm like, I still fail to see the problem. But she was like, well, you're going to still have to make dinner for everybody else, too. So I'm like, well, okay. Fine, I guess I can do that. Don't know what I'm going to do yet. It's just the way it is sometimes. I'll tell you, I love my girls, but there are times when it's like getting them out the door in the morning. It's like, I swear, their head wasn't attached. They'd leave it on their desk or something. I'm doing good to get them out the door without having to have them come back inside 4 times trying to get stuff that they forgot and letting one of the cats out. Now I got to run around like a chicken with my head cut off, chasing after a cat. That's like, no, I don't want to go inside. Wait a minute, it's kind of freaky over here. What the heck is this? No. And then they run into the other. Oh, yeah, we've had that happen a couple of times. I guess it's God's way of saying, you need to get a little cardio this morning. But anyway, that was pretty much what I wanted to do, is just check in and let you guys know, hey, some of the health indicators from my checkup were actually doing pretty good. Now, my personal goal for my A1C is I want to get it to 6.5 or lower. So, this is one of those things where you get the big stuff down, and then those last little bits, it's kind of like a 100-mile bike ride. I would say a marathon race, but I've never ran a marathon race in my life. I'm not going to lie. But I have done 100-mile bike rides. So I do have a familiarity a little bit with what folks go through on that. I was all the way through mile 80. I was like, man, this is nothing. About mile 82, 83, boom, went right into that wall that I always heard my friends that run marathons talk about. And I swear the last 15 miles was harder than the first 75. And if you're somebody who does those kind of long distance runs, I'm happy for you. I ain't going to do it. My knees wouldn't survive it. But you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know what the normal range is for people on a marathon race where they hit the wall and it's all just sheer gut check from there on out, because your body's like, nope, we're done. And your mind's going, buddy, we are still going. So if you've had experiences like that with long endurance races, events, be it a 100-mile bike ride, be it a marathon, the 10-miler, what do they call those things where you do the swimming and the triathlons? So if you've done those kind of things, drop a comment. Let me know, where was it that you found yourself hitting that wall, and how did you train to overcome it? Because I think that's one of the things I really might want to, if I'm really serious about dropping this weight, I think I might need to start getting back on that bike. Of course, that means I need to go get it checked up, make sure my tires are good and everything else. Probably going to need some new cycling shorts, because I guarantee you the ones I wore 15 years ago probably don't fit anymore. They were skin tight then. They'd be begging for mercy now. All right, folks. Well, you take care. And I'm going to be sharing this journey with y'all. So over the next year, we're going to see some changes here. And if you want to join me on this voyage, just follow, just comment, let me know what's going on in your lives, and let's all move forward in a positive way. So peace, love, and photography, folks. And remember, everything can make a beautiful image, including you. Have a great day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. We're talking about parenthood.